Hello, hello. Welcome back to another video.
Yeah,
We're in the beautiful. Where are we?
Light Square.
Light Square.
Yeah.
So we're in Adelaide, Light Square,
Yeah.
and yeah, shit weather, but not a shit video.
Hopefully.
I have my friend Manuel with me, and
guys, how
he's
are you?
working in a retail clothing store. Am I right?
Yes.
Lovely.
Yes.
And we're sort of bringing the topic back to casual jobs because obviously
Yes.
you're studying architecture and you're doing this
Yes.
to support yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah. Introduce yourself.
Hey guys, my name is Manuel. I'm originally from Kenya. I'm an international student studying at UniSA, and yeah, apart from that boring stuff, I'm depressed.
But the good thing is he's depressed while he's earning.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can take the name of the company you're working with.
Yeah, sure. Like, what are they gonna do, really?
Nah, I'd rather not. But let's say you're working at a retail clothing store, right?
Yes.
That is where you're working.
Yes.
So let's just start with it. How did you get the job? Let's walk and talk.
So the first stint about getting these retail jobs is that they're not advertised on normal websites. In normal websites, not websites that us international students hear a lot, like the Job Shop or the UniSA Career Hub. They're more advertised on the public websites like Seek, Indeed. So like for me, I got mine through the Seek website. And
Okay.
And this was after 50 applications, man. Like, it's a bit tough when you go that route, but it's more rewarding because you sort of put yourself in the public market. So yeah, I would say that's a good place. If you're interested to work in retail, specifically clothing stores, keep applying. They mostly don't look for experience per se, but they also look for people.
So just like you said that, they're not looking at careers. Sorry, not careers, but like your resume, cover letter.
Not really.
But they're not looking at your fashion sense either from looking at you.
Nah.
So,
Nah.
what do you need? Like, what do you actually need to work at a retail store, at a clothing retail store? That too. Like, do you need to have that sort of a personality? Do you need to be extroverted? How does it work?
So I would say in terms of like personality, obviously you need to be more extroverted, especially in the store that I work in. It's more customer focused, so you're really talking to customers more so to form a connection, just not to sell stuff. So for the most part, obviously they do look at experience, but the more you show you're more inquisitive, you're eager to learn, is where they're more inclined to hire people, because obviously so many people work there. Because working in retail comes with so many perks. Like, you obviously get your staff discount. Some places give you uniform, which is in form of clothes that are there, and also you get, as a casual, you get your casual loading. Hourly rate just increased, so it's even more. But sometimes it's demanding when customers are there. But as long as you have that personality, extroverted people win. If you're introvert, I wouldn't say go for it.
All right. So all of that is important, but for someone who's just starting out, where can they find a job in a retail store?
I would say start off through the career websites, Indeed, Seek. There's another one called Career One. That's more focused on high-end fashion. But in terms of like those specific places, like other retail stores that are commonly known, I would say those two websites, Indeed and Seek, are good to start. And it will obviously take you to the company websites and you can apply from there. So.
Lovely. And do you have to do anything to stand out? Because generally a lot of people want to work in retail stores because there's a myth that the work is easy. Second, the perks that you talked about, staff discount and everything.
Yeah.
So what can someone do? Like, for example, yes, you said extroverted, but what can someone do?
I would say sometimes, as international students don't come here with that experience in retail. But I think just like any job, your cover letter sometimes can save you, because sometimes they don't really go through your resume as much. So it's just normally who you are as a person, how you can sort of portray your interest, and sort of things that you've done are sort of correlated to that. So yeah, I think just try fix up your cover letter, try be more honest and more expressive. And when it comes to like the workload, it depends. Like a day like today, the weather, you'd quote unquote be easy, but you'd have a lot of backroom stuff to do. But you don't want to be working in retail on Black Friday or on the weekend or on a Friday night. It's a lot. it's a lot of work because it's very physical and demanding. So yeah.
While we're on the topic of work and how you don't want to be working on Black Friday and stuff like that. I thought he's still here.
Yeah, you're smelling it.
But what I want to know is, what does your day in the life look like? Like, for example, if you're going for a 4-hour shift or a 5-hour shift, what are your normal tasks and responsibilities?
So on average, for me, because I've been at the store longer, sometimes I'll even go for either 9-hour or 8-hour shifts, depending on whether the manager is there or not. But at the beginning, my sort of work would be obviously customers first, fixing up the racks, doing replenishes where it's like bringing out clothes that have been worn or been bought back to the floor, steaming, arranging boxes at the back, taking in stock, working out percentages for the store in terms of like the money made, the money at the end of the day and all that stuff, filling out emails. It's a bit more different for me because I work in a specific store that's more chic, if that makes sense.
So
but
it's like one store. It's not like a franchise.
No, it is a franchise, but they're more focused on that, that deliverability. Okay. So it's like they'll focus on like what happens at the end of the day.
Quality over quantity.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah, when it comes to that, that's sort of like how my day is. On average, 30-minute breaks. Yeah, but for the most part, it's normally I'm just in the store, keeping tab of stock, selling to customers, rearranging boxes, steaming, and all that stuff. So yeah.
Alright, that's very helpful in terms of getting to know where other students and new people who are coming in can get this sort of retail jobs. Do you need to have any prior experience? Because I've heard a lot that for you to get a retail job, you need to have a little bit of a prior experience, let's say in hospitality or some other easy job. Is that true according to your colleagues? Because this is your first job, but what about your colleagues?
From my colleagues, for the most part, all of them started working in retail. Like most people who I work with are Australian born, so like most of them grew up working in Marcus or they grew up working in Kmart or something like that. For that, it's only one guy who I work with who's an international student, but he got the job because he was referred to. So if you know somebody who works in retail, ask them for a referral. Also referrals help. Maybe I didn't mention that earlier. But for me, it was a stroke of luck, to be honest. The manager liked me as a person. She hired me, and history. Yeah.
Lovely, lovely. And the most important question, what is the pay like?
The pay, I would say, I don't know whether I should say my pay, but on average, you'd be getting close to $28 an hour. That's the average rate for...
On weekdays?
Yes, on weekdays. And then on the weekend, you get, if you earn in 28 on the weekend, you would get maybe 33, 35, depending on the organization, on how the loading on the weekend. And then on Sundays, where it's the big extravagant one, where it's $40 or 39 an hour.
Lovely. Not a lot of people in corporate get that nowadays, but yeah. Now, last question. I've seen some of your stories where you've been modeling. So is that a perk of working in retail where you get other modeling gigs, or how does it look like?
Just to be very honest, because I don't lie to you guys. I have been approached, like the photos that are, let's say, are posted by the organization. It's normally them telling us to model the clothes that we're wearing. So it's normally more of like we send staff styling pictures to the organization, and then they do their sort of vetting, and it goes from there. When it comes to modeling, you do get access to these opportunities because obviously brands are working with these brands, and they come into store, they meet you. If you're dressed well or they like your personality, they can offer you that opportunity. I personally haven't taken that opportunity for myself because for me, I'm a bit scared of modeling. I've watched too many YouTube conspiracies, but
But is that a separately paid gig then, or is it counted under your hours?
No. So like in terms of like modeling for the company that you work in, I don't know whether all companies did, but my specific place I work in, they do obviously let's say, don't show their appreciation to their staff, they will post stuff on their web pages saying, let's say, Anshul wore the black tee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's what they will do. You're not paid for it. Because obviously you're there representing the company, whether it's in store or while you take the pictures. But let's say outside gigs that can come from that, it is possible. I have been approached, so yeah, it is.
Lovely. A very insightful video.